The CDC, following its panel of outside experts, had previously recommended updated COVID vaccines for everyone aged 6 months and older. But Kennedy, a longtime vaccine skeptic, said there wasn't enough, quote, clinical data to support the repeat booster strategy in children. Here's FDA Commissioner Marty McCary.
There's no evidence healthy kids need it today, and most countries have stopped recommending it for children.
According to the CDC's website, studies with hundreds of thousands of people around the world show that COVID vaccination before and during pregnancy is safe, effective, and beneficial to both the woman and baby. COVID vaccine makers Moderna and Pfizer did not immediately respond to requests for comment.
The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been serving the needs of Titusville and surrounding communities since 1965. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that have been passed down from one generation to now a new generation, who will work to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. When you need them, they will be there for you. This has been their foundation for almost 60 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street in Titusville.
Anyone with a kind and generous heart and a little money can be a philanthropist. You too can be a force for good in our community, and the Crawford Heritage Community Foundation is here to help you make the most of your charitable giving. We've partnered with hundreds of people like you to make our world and our community a better place. You can give through us to support scholarships or any charitable organization or purpose. Whether you're interested in establishing a permanent endowment or adding to an existing fund, we want to be a part of your plan. Contact us when you're ready to make your mark. Together, we can make your contribution go further.
If you're looking for a professional massage therapist, Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville is here for you. Ray and Rauch graduated from Slippery Rock University with a bachelor's degree in exercise and rehabilitative sciences with an emphasis in athletic training. Tranquil Moments offers a wide range of services, from Swedish massage to deep tissue, sugar scrubs to hot towel inclusion therapy. Like them on Facebook and visit their website to learn more about all the services they offer. Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville.
Thinking about switching to 5G home internet? Think again. Unlike Zoom from Armstrong, 5G home internet is delivered by a cell tower. The further away you are, or the more devices connected to that tower, the slower your internet is. Cell phone providers also play favorites. When their network gets busy, cell phones win, and your home internet pays the price. Stick with Armstrong to get more data, more speed, and internet whenever you need it, not whenever they want. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
J. Gill Plumbing and Heating takes pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. With over 30 years of experience, our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. Our team is dedicated to making your home the ultimate place of comfort. Call today to get a free estimate. We also offer financing options and membership opportunities that provide peace of mind and cost savings. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online 24/7 at jgillplumbingheating.com.
Sheer Design is Titusville's exclusive Paul Mitchell focused salon. This full-service salon specializes in coloring, cuts, nails, and tanning. Owner Angela Saxon has over 20 years experience as a Paul Mitchell professional. She and her licensed staff offer all cuts and styles for men and women of all ages. Call 814-827-0010 or stop in at 116 South Kerr Street in Titusville.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Levin, and I proudly own and operate Puppy Lovin'. Puppy Lovin' is a pet care salon dedicated to caring for your furry companions. We provide certified dog grooming services along with boarding and doggy daycare. Our facility is family-owned and operated and promise personalized care for every pet that comes through our doors. If you're worried about your furry friend being lonely when you're gone, we also have on-site personnel 24/7 just for their comfort. Follow us on Facebook and call or text us at 814-758-9259 to make an appointment today.
Share the fun of train travel and relive our country's oil history as you ride the OC&T through the valley that changed the world. Learn about the past while traveling on vintage cars. See a variety of wildlife with stops at Drakewell Park, Petroleum Center, and Oil Creek State Park. Arrive early and see the vast collection of train and railroad memorabilia at Perry Street Station. After the ride, enjoy a night's stay at the Caboose Motel. For seasonal specials or for more information, visit octrr.org or call 814-676-1733.
Wall Street surged on Tuesday with the Dow adding 1.75%, the S&P 500 climbing 2%, and the Nasdaq rising about 2.5%. Investor risk appetite was buoyed by U.S. President Donald Trump's latest tariff respite and an unexpected jump in consumer confidence. In his latest move, Trump backed down from his 50% tariff threat against the European Union and restored a July 9th deadline to allow time for negotiations. Ross Mayfield is investment strategist at Baird.
Obviously, the big tailwind is the removal of the EU trade overhang that kind of popped up at the end of the previous week. You know, this bull market off of the April 8th lows has really been built on trade de-escalation. You know, first the 90-day pause, then some truces with China. And so the EU spat threatened that a little bit, and the removal of that overhang, the administration's response to the market, I think has people feeling pretty good today.
On the economic front, a surge in current month consumer confidence added momentum to Tuesday's rally. Airlines and mega-cap tech-related growth stocks were the clear outperformers. That includes NVIDIA, as the AI powerhouse closed more than 3% higher one day before it reports quarterly results. While shares of Temu parent PDD Holdings dropped more than 13.5% after reporting a 47% fall in first quarter profit and missing quarterly revenue estimates. Tuesday's other laggards included VeriSign and AutoZone, with shares of each shedding about 3.5%.
All right, let's take a look at that weather forecast for northwest Pennsylvania on this Wednesday morning. Rain early, remaining cloudy with showers this afternoon. Temperatures today in the mid-50s. Not going to budge too much tonight, overnight, with low temperatures. Going to be about the same with cloudy conditions and showers. Thursday, mostly cloudy, upper 60s. Friday afternoon showers, mid-60s. Saturday morning rain showers, upper 50s. Sunday, partly cloudy with temperatures in the mid-60s. Meadville this morning at 51 degrees. Cambridge Springs, Edinburgh at 52. Titusville 50. Franklin this morning 51. Oil City 51 degrees here at 7:10. I think I got the time right this time. 7:10. This is the Morning Drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
It's a rainy Wednesday morning, but Luke's having a Monday. He doesn't know what day it is and is struggling to tell us the time. Happy Wednesday.
I can't.
Happy Wednesday. Yeah. It's Luke and Amy on the Morning Drill.
The Morning Drill singers, they said, we have something for you. Good job, guys. So, happy Wednesday. 7-11. It's not 9. It's 7.
7.
Yeah, I'll get it figured out. Christa Lundy, Kat Thompson, Kelly Clark, all lined up for today.
Busy.
Yeah, Friday's gonna be busy too. We've got Sherry Porter from the OC&T Railroad, Holly Sprong from the YMCA, and Mr. Sports Bruce Peterson. So.
Kelly's just rolling off a big event, isn't she?
Yeah. Titusville Area Hospital just had their big golf outing last week.
That's exciting.
In the snow or rain or whatever it was.
The snow.
You talked to somebody who kind of filled in a little bit for you last week because we were gone. But it's a great event. I really missed playing it. But great fundraising event for the hospital. And well, Kelly will be here later, and she's going to go through, all the money that's raised goes back into reinvesting in equipment and upgrades to the hospital and things to make things a little bit better. So, we'll get her take on all of that. You've got birthdays and what we're celebrating. That's coming up here in just a moment. Hey, speaking of hospital, and I saw this article this morning. There's a lot of health talk in the news, but some things you should never do when you visit the doctor, according to nurses. Okay? I bet you
because as I was reading this list, I'm like, oh yeah, I do that. I do that. So I'll get your take on this.
Okay.
Arrive unprepared. Do not arrive unprepared. If you're a new patient, your provider likely has less than 20 minutes to review your history, address your concerns, and create a treatment plan. So just, maybe arrive early. Yeah, I know that's the worst part about those, first-time visits, filling everything out, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't remember. How did I mark this before? I don't know. Just be prepared. So they say don't arrive unprepared.
Most providers for first-time appointments these days will say, arrive 15 minutes early. You have paperwork to fill out. Or they'll send you a virtual link to do it in advance. So
yeah. Here's another one, and I do this all the time, especially like when I call because there's something going on. Uh-huh. Downplay symptoms. Do not downplay symptoms. Mm-hmm. So the doctor walks in, and hey, what?
How you feeling? Great.
Yeah.
Then why are you here?
Exactly. Instead of saying, okay, hey, this has been bothering me, So don't downplay your symptoms. Because I think that can throw the doctor off. Like, okay, well, you look okay. You're kind of telling me you're okay, but yet you're sitting here in my office. Mm-hmm. By the way, I heard Jerry Seinfeld's bit. It's a great bit. It's older, about doctor's office visits and the waiting room, and it's hilarious stuff. So I have that going on in my head as I'm saying this.
Okay.
All right. Another thing not to do. These are things not to do. Wait until the end to bring up the real concern, which can be difficult because especially if you know your doctor or you're friendly with your doctor or you have maybe an outside relationship with your doctor in the community. This goes back to kind of don't brush things off, but if you're having a certain issue, don't wait till the very end when he's like, is there anything else?
No.
Oh, by the way, the real reason, yeah. So don't wait until the end to bring up the real concern. Do not be rude to staff. Medical visits can be stressful, especially if you're not feeling well or are anxious about a diagnosis, but taking the stress out on staff can disrupt communication, cause delays, and even affect the quality of care you receive. So just kind of keep that in mind. Here's another one. Guilty as charged. Do not let someone else speak for you. There's a lot of times you and I are together at appointments. Nothing serious, just routine stuff, right? And I'm looking to you to because maybe I don't want to say what's going on.
Right.
So.
And you just won't get it out. And it drives me nuts. You're here for a reason. You're not here to say hi.
Right. Correct.
Sorry.
Right. And likewise, there's times you've leaned on me to say, hey, this is what is going on. So just don't let someone else speak for you. Do it yourself. Okay. Let's see. Don't discuss concerns with healthcare pros other than your provider.
Don't Google. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I read online that I think I have this.
According to Google, these symptoms could indicate.
And finally on here, do not leave the appointment without clearly understanding your next steps. Again, I've been guilty of this because of those other things where I kind of blew off the symptoms of something and the reason I'm there.
You do it, and it drives me nuts. Know. If you take our when our kids were little and I couldn't make the appointment and you would take them.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm studying the paperwork provided, and I'm placing a follow-up phone call because you didn't retain more than 5% of what was said.
That's generous.
Yeah.
I'd go for 5% anything. Yeah. Man, that is.
Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah, I'd take that.
Yeah.
5%.
So what does he have? I think his fever's 102 now. No, what does he have? What are we taking? I don't know. He's going to call on the first word.
Do you really want to get into this?
Oh my God. No, go
it's
ahead.
like trying to ask you, I think, very simple questions, and I get everything but the answer. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about what color van just drove past? Oh, well, and then you'll just go into everything but the color of the van.
Uh-huh.
No.
I'm talking about important stuff.
Well,
Doctors. Am I doing birthdays?
Eventually.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, those are some tips for you when visiting the doctor's office. So just kind of keep that in the back. 5%. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm probably more of a 2%, 2 to 3.
Pretty much.
If that.
I was being nice.
I'll take 5.
I was rounding up.
All right. So we're going to get into birthdays and what we're celebrating. Today's the 28th day of May. And Amy's going to give us our celebrity birthdays here today.
Okay. Singer Gladys Knight is 81. Singer Kylie Minogue is 57. Actress Alexa Davalos is 43. Actress Carey Mulligan is 40. Singer Colby Calais is 40. And that is all.
Well, happy birthday to them. Happy birthday to you. If today happens to be your birthday from all of us here this morning. Yeah, have a great day. Hopefully it's an exciting birthday for you. We're going to find out what we're celebrating here today.
It is Amnesty International Day, International Burger Day, International Day of Action on Women's Health, National Brisket Day, National
that sounds good.
Senior Health and Fitness Day, Slugs Return from Capistrano Day, Whooping Crane Day, World Hunger Day, World Otter Day, World Passion Fruit Martini Day, and that is all.
And I just want to remind everybody that I think March was Procrastination Month.
March?
Maybe it was April. One of those months was Procrastination Month. So, 20 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock here on this 28th day of May. I got it down.
You do.
I'm good to go the rest of the day, I think.
Great. What are they going to sing about now?
The Morning Drill Singers?
Yeah, if you got your
I don't know.
crap together.
Figure something.
Like, what are they going to do?
We'll figure something out.
Okay.
You want to give them a topic and they'll go write something up for us?
I'm afraid. I'm fearful.
Okay. All right. Quick time out. We'll be back with much more here this morning. Just getting things started on this Wednesday.
I'm a CNC programmer and operator here at Tessie Automation. When I was at FedEx, I thought that was going to be my career path, but unfortunately they made cuts and shut our station down. Then they gave us the option of taking a severance or staying on as a temporary employee, and that just didn't sound very stable to me. I met the recruiter Nate at a job fair at Cranberry Mall, and it just seemed very interesting to me. It seemed like a very stable position. It seemed like something that's always going to be needed. Going through the MAC program, it did provide me with the stepping stone to start as far as basic operation of the machines. Phil, my toolroom supervisor, and Hector, the person who's my trainer. So they know what they're doing. They've done this before. They know all the tricks of the trade. They know all the shortcuts and things you can take in order to save time while is also making quality product.
Matt's doing well. He's learned a lot. He's come a long way.
And actually today's my 1-year anniversary. So if I take a snapshot from 1 year to now, it's greatly improved. There's still a lot to learn. There's still a lot to do, but I'm moving in the right direction. Most of the things that we do, every piece is different. So it's hard to hone your craft at first. I take a lot of notes and go to your notes and try to increase your production time. And that was the biggest part, was just being able to move quickly, but also move with precision.
We do not make hundreds of anything, thousands of anything, not even 10s or 20s quite often. It's one piece of this, 2 pieces of that. as Matt may be working on a project, I can see how the progress is going on that, tell them that they are doing about what is expected of them. If somebody's looking at the programming, wanting to go through the program, that's a key right there. So they want to be there, they want to go through the program. Matt had that desire, he had that attitude. He wanted to learn, he wanted to get into manufacturing, and having the work ethic is very important. I can't stress the work ethic enough.
It's just, I see growth everywhere here, and I just want to be a part of that.
For over 11 years, Triple M Roofing has been providing Amish quality craftsmanship and work ethic that you can rely on. Pole barns, decks, porches, siding, and almost all roofing needs, Triple M Roofing will get the job done on time without sacrificing quality or the promise to deliver within your budget. Call today for a free estimate, 814-964-0472. Waiting is what you'll do with the other guys. Getting it done is what we do. Amish owned and operated, we're Triple M Roofing.
Welcome to Inspire Med Spa, the place you know and love for massages, Botox, laser resurfacing, and semi-permanent makeup. Now we're offering even more, including laser hair removal, tattoo removal, and hair rejuvenation. Our team is here to provide expert care in a peaceful, luxurious environment designed with your relaxation in mind. And with our newly added services, now you can get all your beauty services in one place. Visit Inspire Med Spa today, because you deserve to look and feel your best.
Well, if you're planning on doing any traveling this summer, maybe you're doing some flying, maybe you fly Southwest, and it just disappeared on me. I had the story here about, let me see here. Oh, here we go. Southwest Airlines has put a price tag. What?
Go ahead.
Well, no, this was, so we just flew last week on Southwest, and was it some of the staff members? We're like, yeah, we don't even know what the price is. We don't even know what to charge for a bag. Well, it's out now. Southwest Airlines has put a price tag on checking bags, a coveted free perk that's about to disappear as part of a substantial change the carrier is making to its service. For flights booked on May 28th and after, checking the first bag will cost $35 and $45 for the second piece of luggage. If the ticket was bought prior to Wednesday, the customer will still receive 2 free checked bags, the company announced. There are some exceptions, however. Members in the A-list tier of its Rapid Rewards loyalty program, holders of its branded credit card, or those traveling on a business fare will be exempt from the charges. Southwest's fees are aligned with other carriers' prices. Delta Airlines, American Airlines, and United Airlines all charge between $35 to $40 for the first checked bag. Others, like JetBlue Airways and Frontier Airlines, charge different fees depending on various factors, including if it's purchased online or departure date. Southwest has always offered free checked bags since the airline started about 60 years ago and kept the policy in place when its competitors started adding and increasing fees. In fact, the carrier has trademarked its Bags Fly Free slogan, which has been a key part of its advertising. Adding these fees will likely instantly boost its bottom line because Southwest has 2 to 3 times as many checked bags as other airlines. Despite not charging for the first 2 checked bags, Southwest collects about $83 million in baggage fees. This was in 2024, according to the Department of Transportation statistics. Southwest charges $150 for a third checked bag and up to $200 for overweight luggage, among other fees. However, that is a fraction of the baggage fee collected by other airlines, with American collecting $1.5 billion last year, while United pulled in $1.3 billion and Delta garnered $1 billion in checked bags.
So here's going to be like my consumer perspective. Okay.
Okay.
So the last time we flew, it was a decent price on tickets, and then our free bags. That's why we migrated to that, because I think there were a couple other airlines that had lower tickets, but when you factor in their bag fees, then it balanced out.
Okay.
So now I don't have to, it's going to be, I'm not going to go in that direction.
And it used to be 5 of us when we would travel. So
yeah, that gets costly.
Yeah, it gets up there.
And then our children recently flew with a group for school, and they went via Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
If I calculated their ticket price and their bag, it was less than what it would have been for us to pay for our bags this time.
And just so people know, when you travel,
bags are important.
Yeah. Amy's got 50 bags just for herself.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had a picture. I don't know if we have a picture of just the two of us and the amount of luggage we had.
Last year we did.
Okay. People are like, oh, are your kids with you?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
That's Amy.
But you were prepared.
Mm-hmm. And who kindly wore a hat for you?
You did.
Thank you.
Anyways, there you have it. So Southwest officially coming out with the prices on that stuff. But again,
I feel
if you have the card or if you
but you have to be an A-list member.
No. There's a comma there.
Okay. Because
members in the A-list tier of its Rapid Rewards loyalty program, that's one category.
Okay.
Holders of its branded credit card,
okay,
that's another, or those traveling on a business fare will be exempt from the charges.
Okay.
So there you have it. All right, we're coming up on 7:30 here this morning. We'll bring you the latest headlines, get you up to date with everything. Christa, Lundy, Kat Thompson, Kelly Clark set to join us here this morning.
Hi, everybody. I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on Tuesday announced in a video posted on X that the CDC will no longer recommend routine COVID-19 vaccinations for healthy kids and pregnant women.
As of today, the COVID vaccine for healthy children and healthy pregnant women has been removed from the CDC recommended immunization schedule.
The CDC, following its panel of outside experts, had previously recommended updated COVID vaccines for everyone aged 6 months and older. But Kennedy, a longtime vaccine skeptic, said there wasn't enough, quote, clinical data to support the repeat booster strategy in children. Here's FDA Commissioner Marty McCary.
There's no evidence healthy kids need it today, and most countries have stopped recommending it for children.
According to the CDC's website, studies with hundreds of thousands of people around the world show that COVID vaccination before and during pregnancy is safe, effective, and beneficial to both the woman and baby. COVID vaccine makers Moderna and Pfizer did not immediately respond to requests for comment.
Vehicle shopping? Make sure you check out Titusville Ford first. Shop our amazing selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock. Visit us on Route 8 in Titusville and see why our customer service is a cut above the rest. Titusville Ford, your hometown dealer.
Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning provides residential and light commercial air conditioning services throughout the area. They understand the importance of your cooling system working properly. That is why you can trust in Vanderhoof to do the job right. Whether it's a non-working air conditioner, yearly maintenance, or a new install, you can be assured that we will solve your problem quickly and efficiently. Your home's air conditioning system is far more than just temperature. It's a complete comfort system that combines temperature, humidity, air quality, and above all, safety. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning in Titusville.
Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding is located at 305 East Spring Street in Titusville. Marsh Home Center welcomes you in to explore their growing inventory of name brand furniture, appliances, and bedding. Need something not currently in stock? No problem. Order from Marsh's online catalog and have it delivered right to your door. Visit Marsh's to see their entire showroom. Ask questions, see what items are on sale, or just stop in and say hi. Marsh Home Center, Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding, behind Giant Eagle in Titusville.
Looking for expert orthopedic care? Dr. Charlie Gates, a trusted name at Titusville Area Hospital, can help you regain mobility and a better quality of life. With years of experience and a passion for personalized care, Dr. Gates specializes in treating a wide range of orthopedic conditions. Whether it's joint pain, sports injuries, or orthopedic surgery, trust Dr. Charlie Gates at Titusville Area Hospital for your orthopedic care. Call 814-827-9770 today to schedule your appointment.
Welcome to Inspire Med Spa, the place you know and love for massages, Botox, laser resurfacing, and semi-permanent makeup. Now we're offering even more, including laser hair removal, tattoo removal, and hair rejuvenation. Our team is here to provide expert care in a peaceful, luxurious environment designed with your relaxation in mind. And with our newly added services, now you can get all your beauty services in one place. Visit Inspire Med Spa today, because you deserve to look and feel your best.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Whether you want to go and lead in your craft in the trades, whether you want to go and be that nurse or medical worker and have a real impact on lives, or whether you want to go and help that business improve its bottom line, this is the place. And now is your time to go with confidence, to go with skill, to go succeed. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville.
I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us, but try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same. But you have excuses because you're old, so it's okay.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
This Memorial Day, Community Chevrolet honors those who fought to save the freedoms we enjoy today. And the least we can do is save you more than $9,000 off America's favorite truck, the Silverado.
You have my undivided attention. Ooh, I smell hot dogs.
You can also save more than $5,000 off the Silverado 2500 and more than $2,000 off the 2025 Colorado.
I may be colorblind, but these deals seem red, white, and true.
Community Chevy's Memorial Day sale only during Military Appreciation Month at Community Chevrolet.
Wall Street surged on Tuesday with the Dow adding 1.75%, the S&P 500 climbing 2%, and the Nasdaq rising about 2.5%. Investor risk appetite was buoyed by U.S. President Donald Trump's latest tariff respite and an unexpected jump in consumer confidence. In his latest move, Trump backed down from his 50% tariff threat against the European Union and restored a July 9th deadline to allow time for negotiations. Ross Mayfield is investment strategist at Baird.
Obviously, the big tailwind is the removal of the EU trade overhang that kind of popped up at the end of the previous week. This bull market off of the April 8th lows has really been built on trade de-escalation. First the 90-day pause, then some truces with China. And so the EU spat threatened that a little bit, and the removal of that overhang, the administration's response to the market, I think has people feeling pretty good today.
On the economic front, a surge in current month consumer confidence added momentum to Tuesday's rally. Airlines and mega-cap tech-related growth stocks were the clear outperformers. That includes NVIDIA, as the AI powerhouse closed more than 3% higher one day before it reports quarterly results. While shares of Temu parent PDD Holdings dropped more than 13.5% after reporting a 47% fall in first quarter profit and missing quarterly revenue estimates. Tuesday's other laggards included VeriSign and AutoZone, with shares of each shedding about 3.5%.
Well, joining us this morning is Christa Lundy, the Executive Director of the Meadville Area Chamber of Commerce. Hi, Christa. How are you today?
Good morning. I am well. It wasn't too rainy coming in. It was all good.
I think we're all kind of waiting for summer to get here now,
We
right?
are. So
it doesn't stop you from planning and getting ready for a lot of big events coming up.
It does not. I said, I can't believe it's June already, but we are so busy planning fall things right now because our June things are pretty much in order. Next Wednesday, is it next Wednesday? The 4th? Yeah. 1 week from today is our women's golf outing. So
wow.
Hard to believe we'll be out at Mount Hope Golf Course. We still have room for teams. We're still looking for a few gift baskets from people for the ladies, for the golfers. I have an abundance of volunteers this year, so that's fantastic. A lot of people said, hey, I can't sponsor, or hey, I'm new to the chamber. Can I come meet some people? So going to be a great day out at Mount Hope Golf Course. We have close to 20 teams so far. We can still take a few more. You don't have to be a chamber member to join. Just get 4 ladies together that can putt and one that can really golf and come have a great time.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people from the community that are volunteering, running games, helping me at the pavilion, taking team photos, that kind of thing. So that is June 4th.
And all of that benefits the chamber.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you're meeting new people. So that's what we're all about, making connections and building relationships. I've had a lot of events since I've been here. Actually, we've had a couple of ribbon cuttings. We had our Business Women's Roundtable group out in Cambridge Springs. We had our after hours at Vitality Natural Health and Wellness, and learned all about both those places. So it's been really great. We've been really busy, but after the women's golf outing, the night before actually is on the 3rd Tuesday. The next Tuesday is our after hours for June. So we're kicking it off, starting right in that first week. We'll be at Crawford Heritage Community Foundation at Christian Marr's office, the newly renovated community boardroom there. It's beautiful, so looking forward to being there. I don't know if we've been there in quite some time. We've used that room for meetings. We just had our time management seminar there. We've been there for Nonprofit Day on Leadership Meadville Day. But I don't think the community or the membership as a whole has gone to visit there. So looking forward to that.
We've done election coverage from there a couple
it's a great
times.
room.
It is. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And speaking of Leadership Meadville, 2 weeks from this Friday, on Friday the 13th, we will be out at the Oaks in Conneaut Lake and have Leadership Meadville 15 graduation and celebration. This is the first year we've done this and had a separate morning for the graduation festivities. We made Economic Development Day a full day. Instead of in the past, it's been half a day and then our leadership luncheon. But economic development really needs its own day, especially with so many things happening in our region now. And it was a great day a couple Fridays ago. But yeah, that Friday the 13th, we'll be out at the Oaks having a great lunch. And the class will be there in the morning, and we'll go over their presentations and what they thought of the class, and let us know anybody that's interested in being part of the class. And I think I have 10 applications so far, so there's still room. I have room for 10 more. We'll get them in the next couple weeks. June 15th is the deadline for those. But come listen to us, listen to the class, and we give away a couple awards that day, have a great lunch. It's open to anyone can attend, come see the class and see who's winning those awards and see them get their certificates, receive those from Gary Svets, our facilitator. And of course, we have a guest speaker each year, and this year I'm very excited. Gabe Panchora of Hagen Business Machines of Meadville, who is Leadership Meadville alumni. He's on the committee. He's one of our ambassadors. He's just an emerging leader. 2025. He is. But if we could bottle his energy, oh my gosh, I definitely wish I could on mornings like this. So. But Gabe Panchora is just a great young person doing remarkable things. And for many of those reasons, he is one of our emerging leaders this year that was recognized at our Diamond Awards. But he'll be speaking about getting involved in your community. So, and what that does for you and helps you grow your business and make connections and make friends and just feel good about supporting your community that you grew up in. So
I had a chance to talk to him back at the
you
Chili
did.
Chowder and Soup Cook-Off, and he's just so friendly, and you know, I don't know, he was, again, just a lot
and
of
that was
energy.
before we even knew he was going to be winning the award. That
Yeah.
was at Chili Chowder Soup Cook-Off, and he's on the committee, and he came just to volunteer. So, yeah.
That's great. And then, again, you mentioned the deadline's coming up, middle part of June?
Yes.
But you're going to
Don't
be
wait
gearing up
till
for,
then.
Yeah, don't wait till then. But he's just, you think about it, it's like June. Oh, my gosh. July, August, and then it's back to another round of leadership. It's crazy.
And June 15th, that's that big Father's Day weekend that's so busy in Meadville. There's so many things happening. The Thurston Classic is happening. A lot of things that weekend. The home house tour, the historic house tour through the Baldwin Reynolds Museum. And the week before is First Friday. That weekend is Second Saturday. So First Fridays, Second Saturdays, and a lot of places are having live music now. So get out and support them. A lot happening.
Yeah, I start to get nervous when I'm like driving through Townville and you start to see the banner for the Townville Old Home Days. And it's like, oh gosh, summer's going fast.
Because that's usually when it's half over.
Yeah.
So I grew up in Townville. I don't miss Old Home Days. That is always the second weekend in July there. But yeah, a lot happening. And we're planning, I have in front of me, mark your calendars for Thunder in the City. We printed off thousands of these for upcoming car shows or festivals that are happening in our region, and gave them to our committee last week when we met. So if they're going somewhere where there's a car show, drop a bunch of these so people can see for our car show, Jeep show, bike show, bike parade down through town, live music. We have live music from the time Thunder starts till the time it ends this year for the first time.
Wow.
And new, I found out yesterday, Firehouse Tap and Grill as our main entertainment sponsor. So big thank you to Dave Stone, one of the owners there at Firehouse Tap and Grill, and who has been on the Thunder Committee for many, many years. Appreciate him. And then Bayshore Homes is also one of those entertainment sponsors to add that entertainment during the day after the Meadville Master the Mic singing competition right up through the evening. We have some extra music. So they are, and then Street Track and Trail, of course, is another one. They do a tremendous job for us, have supported us from the time before I was even there, part of Thunder. So big thank you to Street Track and Trail for also allowing us vehicles to get around that weekend and put up barricades and take stuff to and from the office downtown. So those are our three main sponsors of Thunder, and big thanks to them. But that's August 1st and 2nd, and we are busy planning that.
Wow.
And you're probably too young, Luke, but for those of you that are listening that are my age, maybe a little younger and a little older, we are bringing something back. We are kicking Thunder in the City off the night before on Thursday night with the Tool City Hot Summer Night Cruise-In. So Thursday, July 31st, get your classic, vintage, antique, just beautiful car out, clean it up and get it ready like we used to do on Friday nights, and we're going to cruise the Diamond.
Wow.
And we're going to cruise downtown Meadville. And Cool 101.7 is going to have music playing. We're going to have some food trucks in the Diamond. I talked to Mary and Venango from the city yesterday. So 70s, 80s, and 90s music will be playing. And we're going to line up on Main Street like they do for the Halloween parade and come in past Pizza Villa around the Diamond, down Chestnut Street, down to Market Street, and then back up Arch, back on Park Avenue, and just a big loop around town. Lineup is from 6 to 7, and from 7 to 9 is the cruise-in. So get your chairs and sit them in the Diamond to watch all the cars and visit with people. Get your music playing out of your car, I'm sure. Probably won't even be able to hear the music. Well, there'll be so much music playing, so.
This is like the sequel to American Graffiti here.
There we go. But we've heard a lot of people like very nostalgic, very much looking forward to it. I'm anxious just to see all the cars, and the vintage cars are like cars that I drove now at this point. It's kind of sad, but yeah, so really looking forward to that. And then kicking off Jake's Blues is going to be our music The first night, we have Clever Norman opening up for Jake's Blues on Friday night. And Jake is local and veteran and great name, great entertainer, period. So looking forward to that Friday night, the 1st. And then we have Me and the Boy opening for Mayflower Hill Saturday night. So some good acts and then music throughout the day. So yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. And I don't want to think about that. There's so much happening in between, but we're planning that and getting final things ready for that.
I was just thinking, you hustling, around town trying to get everything together. And then it's like, you'll be doing that a month later with the wine walk.
We will be. And we're already getting not nominations. We're getting applications in for that to be part of the wine walk. And that is September 13th. So that is fast approaching as well. So
September. Didn't we just start this year?
We did. And we're almost happy. But a lot of things are happening. So, and we were talking beforehand. When we don't have work things, it's nice to take that time and breathe and, not be going a million places. But it's also nice that we mention, I don't know how many times over the years, not only just in your hometown, but go to a neighboring town, park, and just walk around, explore, see what's there. Introduce yourself to some of those business owners that are supporting your local ball team, your church team, your fundraisers, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Take the time to walk around. You don't have to buy something at every place, but support them if you can. Eat local, drink local, shop local, support local.
It's so important if you're somebody trying to be part of events like this, or if you're having an event, to get that information out as quickly as possible, even if it's 6 months down the road, to start that process, because there's so much going on and it's so important to just make sure your stuff's out in that mix. And then you add the networking part to it. That's why it's important, to do the golf outing, to attend a chamber event, so that if you're hosting something or a part of another event, you can promote that within the conversations you're having.
Right, and not only just on social media or on shows like this that we do, at events that we're doing, in the newsletter, on our website, a little bit of everything, but we want to know what our members are doing. Tomorrow morning, we actually have a member orientation. We have them quarterly. So if anyone is new to the chamber, or if you are interested in joining the chamber, or you're like, I don't even know what the chamber is really about, I hear about it from some of my colleagues, or I've heard about it, join us from 8 to 9:30 tomorrow morning at the chamber office. We're at 908 Diamond Park. Right on Diamond Park there, the beautiful Allegheny College Founders House, yellow house with the white pillars. But Julie and Stephanie and I will go over all things chamber. We will ask people, what their business is, what their business is about. So we want to learn about your business as well, not just stand there and talk to you about the chamber. We want to learn about the businesses that are in that room and have them, share ideas, share what's happening with their business, and then ask any questions to us. And they are usually very informative and great resource. People exchange business cards. Some of our ambassadors will be there as well. So,
the other
they're
thing,
free to come attend.
The other thing, Chris, is you got sometimes people that will ask you a question, and now a lot of times you'll have the answer, but for those rare times where you go, you know what? I know somebody.
Absolutely. And that is key. Surround yourself with positive people and people that know things about topics you don't, or maybe experts. If someone needs something tech savvy, I am not your girl, but I know people that are great at things like that. I'm not real super artistic, but I know great artsy, creative minds that are doing great things. If you want to plan an event, I'm your girl. I can help you with most things with that kind of thing. If you want to build relationships, I'm there to help you with that. Just be yourself and listen more than you talk when you're in a new conversation. Take things in kind of thing. We all have things that we are great at. We all have hidden talents. And again, I have surrounded myself with great people at the office, with ambassadors, with the staff. Everybody kind of does their own thing, but we are a great team together for the bigger picture, for the chamber as a whole and for our community and region as a whole.
I'm going to bring up something to your point in a second. Let's do this. You're watching The Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Christa Lundy with us here this morning, Executive Director of the Meadville Area Chamber of Commerce. again, one of those great things that you provide, like the HR consortium.
Yep.
And you were just at one
yesterday. We were at Haas's, and again, I think people thought it was their Monday and weren't thinking it was Tuesday. We didn't have a great turnout, but Alan Clark from the 911 Center from Crawford County Emergency Department was there. I took 2 pages of notes. It was so informative, so educational. We had probably 6 or 7 of us there. We have these HR roundtables once a month and bring in a different speaker talking about a different topic. And again, they're free. They're educational. They are HR consortium, but you don't have to be the specific HR person at your workplace. We had some bigger businesses represented yesterday, some smaller businesses, and they all were so good. Like, this was great. Like, I don't know why more people aren't here. You learned what, he gave us handouts of what you should have in your emergency kit at work, at home, steps that you should do. There were action steps to do, not just talking at us about things. So it was really, really great. And I brought some of those back to the office, and I'm going to send that and give those out at my board meeting, and give a little recap of what he talked about. So that's another 15 businesses that weren't there that can learn about what they can do. And next month we have Marianne Menano, our city manager, will be there, and she's going to give us an update on the city and what's happening. And I'm hoping to get one of the county commissioners there as well, so we can have a city and a county update. And then we have someone from DCED coming in the next month. We have different speakers coming in each month, and why not come to this for free and hear what's happening or hear from these experts, whether you're the HR person or not. They're a great resource and just another free part of your membership.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, if you're kind of trying to figure out all this stuff, that's where that call to the chamber to say, hey, can I have 5 minutes of your time? I'm trying to figure out how to get my business, more engaged or more involved.
And those people can have as much time as they need. 5 minutes probably isn't going to do it.
No, but
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
But like, I always want to schedule a half an hour or an hour with people. Let's just sit down and, first of all, tell me about your business. Tell me what keeps you up at night. What can we help you with? Who can we connect you to? What can we do for you? Kind of thing, basic. And then, here's a few things that we do. Here's a few of our board members' contacts names. Here's our ambassadors. Then here's events and programs, our leadership program, our foundation connecting, business and community leaders to students, trying to keep students in our, working pool here.
I was just laughing because I could just picture you saying, here's a few things that we do, thinking like just this hour.
Yeah, just this week.
There's a lot. We don't want to overwhelm you, but there's a lot. Hey, also some great chamber trips that people can take part in.
There are actually the Italy trip. There's still time to join us on the Italy trip. We are collaborating with the Venango Chamber of Commerce, and I'm very excited. Stephanie and I, both from the chamber office, are taking friends with us and going, and then we have 20-some more people going from the Meadville Chamber, and then we're working with the Venango Chamber. I know they have 30 to 40 people, so we're going to have 2 buses of people from our region in Italy, making connections, building friendships, making memories, and really looking forward
eating pizza.
To yes, and gelato. I will eat gelato before pizza, but yes. And a lot of people will be drinking wine, but just the architecture, the history, the people, the food, the experience. Very much looking forward to that. And by next week, I should have the chamber trip in January back. I had to change the resort. I sent information out a little prematurely, so those of you that got that information, I apologize. We had a little snafu, and it was a little pricey, so we went. We're going to another different resort. Looking forward to it. Amy Rechtenwald is doing a tremendous job for us, and I should have that flyer by next week at the latest. And that's that last week of January to the first week of February. All-inclusive tropical paradise, somewhere warm. Looking forward to that always.
You might have to do 2 trips, one in February or January, and then one like now, because if the weather doesn't break, so many people are just like, they're going crazy.
I know. I'm not a super hot weather person. Like, I like this in the fall, going to Italy. I'll have my little light jacket on and, great weather. But don't get me wrong, I love the sunshine and the pool and so forth. But we go somewhere where it's not 95 and not like sweltering hot that I'm profusely sweating. Like, we go comfortable, and there's cabanas you can lay on, or there's the pool you can get in, the beach you can walk, or activities that you can do. There's entertainment during the day, entertainment at night, air-conditioned restaurants.
You bring your own entertainment, too.
We do. We do bring our own entertainment with about 50 people that love to have a good time. And I'm telling you, the best thing from these trips is the friendships that I've made. Just example, this last trip, I had a few new couples that went on the trip that I knew from the chamber, just seeing them at different things over the years, but now are truly some of my best friends. We started a supper club. We get together at someone's house each month. We've done that since January. Happens to be my house this weekend. People are coming to. It's just the best. That's the bonus of those trips.
And I've heard stories where people who've gone on the trip are doing things together outside, and they've never, they didn't do that before. They didn't really know each other very well, or that's the kind of networking and relationships that come out of something like this. So
absolutely
take advantage of it. Real quick, I want to mention because it is a great time around here in the summer. So many great establishments with local entertainment.
Yes.
Get out and just enjoy the summer with folks.
Absolutely, you and I are big proponents of that. Supporting live music, local musicians. My son Logan happens to be one of them. Julie Panchora from our office is half of 50 Miles to Empty. Yeah. We go to support them wherever they are in the summer. So get out and support your live music. I know Silver Shores has a lot of music. Julian's has live music on the patio. Davenport's has live music. Riverside Brewing, Gatehouse Winery, a lot of places have live music, and go support them and support your local musicians and have a great meal or a cocktail or a mocktail while you're there.
Yeah. Christa, if folks have any questions, they want more information, they want to become chamber members, how do they get a hold of you?
Join us tomorrow at the chamber office at 908 Diamond Park in Meadville for our member orientation. If you can't make that, feel free to call and schedule a one-on-one appointment with any of us. It's 814-337-8030, or leave a message on Facebook or our website, meadvillechamber.com.
Great seeing you this morning.
You too.
All the best.
Hi, everybody. I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on Tuesday announced in a video posted on X that the CDC will no longer recommend routine COVID-19 vaccinations for healthy kids and pregnant women.
As of today, the COVID vaccine for healthy children and healthy pregnant women has been removed from the CDC recommended immunization schedule.
The CDC, following its panel of outside experts, had previously recommended updated COVID vaccines for everyone aged 6 months and older. But Kennedy, a longtime vaccine skeptic, said there wasn't enough, quote, clinical data to support the repeat booster strategy in children. Here's FDA Commissioner Marty McCary.
There's no evidence healthy kids need it today, and most countries have stopped recommending it for children.
According to the CDC's website, studies with hundreds of thousands of people around the world show that COVID vaccination before and during pregnancy is safe, effective, and beneficial to both the woman and baby. COVID vaccine makers Moderna and Pfizer did not immediately respond to requests for comment.
Thinking about switching to 5G home internet? Think again. Unlike Zoom from Armstrong, 5G home internet is delivered by a cell tower. The further away you are, or the more devices connected to that tower, the slower your internet is. Cell phone providers also play favorites. When their network gets busy, cell phones win, and your home internet pays the price. Stick with Armstrong to get more data, more speed, and internet whenever you need it, not whenever they want. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
Are you tired of juggling multiple pill bottles? Titusville Express Pharmacy has your solution, now offering compliance packaging. Your medication sorted and sealed by dose, making it easier than ever to stay on track. In a hurry? Take advantage of our convenient drive-through service. We also offer free local delivery for those that qualify. Titusville Express Pharmacy, where convenience meets care. Visit us today at 401 West Spring Street in Titusville. Simplify your medication routine with Titusville Express Pharmacy.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. Poppy's is now an authorized steel dealer with everything you need to have for sawing and cutting or mowing to digging. And of course, Poppy's has tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more for your next wedding or get-together. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project. Poppy's Place on the Tenesta Road in Pleasantville. Community Connect Federal Credit Union, serving Crawford, Venango, Forest, and Warren counties. Their mission is to provide quality, low-cost, and personal financial products for the growth and security of their members and families. Stop in, call, or visit our website, communityconnectfcu.com, and click Join to get started. Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street in Titusville.
For a unique shopping experience with great gift ideas, decor, and so much more, come check out what Titusville Market Square's nearly 100 vendors have to offer. Featuring unique items from local agribusiness, craftsmen, and vendors. We also offer products from 4 regional dairies, including a full line of Titusville dairy products. We carry a complete line of Amish wedding products, local honey, and maple syrup, as well as nostalgic Dog and Suds root beer and Fiestada pizzas. Don't forget to pick up fresh Clark's Donuts, delivered daily. Titusville Market Square, the new name in one-stop shopping.
Who can solve this equation? Ooh! Me. Anyone else? Fine. Jake from State Farm. Again.
Right. It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle your home and auto, that can equal an affordable price just for you.
Bundling. Just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversations. Try our new menu items, the T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the new lobster ravioli, shrimp and scallop pasta, or our popular Asiago chicken. Don't forget about our famous burgers or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
For over 11 years, Triple M Roofing has been providing Amish quality craftsmanship and work ethic that you can rely on. Pole barns, decks, porches, siding, and almost all roofing needs, Triple M Roofing will get the job done on time without sacrificing quality or the promise to deliver within your budget. Call today for a free estimate, 814-964-0472. Waiting is what you'll do with the other guys. Getting it done is what we do. Amish owned and operated, we're Triple M Roofing.
Wall Street surged on Tuesday with the Dow adding 1.75%, the S&P 500 climbing 2%, and the Nasdaq rising about 2.5%. Investor risk appetite was buoyed by U.S. President Donald Trump's latest tariff respite and an unexpected jump in consumer confidence. In his latest move, Trump backed down from his 50% tariff threat against the European Union and restored a July 9th deadline to allow time for negotiations. Ross Mayfield is investment strategist at Baird.
Obviously, the big tailwind is the removal of the EU trade overhang that kind of popped up at the end of the previous week. You know, this bull market off of the April 8th lows has really been built on trade de-escalation. You know, first the 90-day pause, then some truces with China. And so the EU spat threatened that a little bit, and the removal of that overhang, the administration's response to the market, I think has people feeling pretty good today.
On the economic front, a surge in current month consumer confidence added momentum to Tuesday's rally. Airlines and mega-cap tech-related growth stocks were the clear outperformers. That includes NVIDIA, as the AI powerhouse closed more than 3% higher one day before it reports quarterly results. While shares of Temu parent PDD Holdings dropped more than 13.5% after reporting a 47% fall in first quarter profit and missing quarterly revenue estimates. Tuesday's other laggards included VeriSign and AutoZone, with shares of each shedding about 3.5%.
Well, joining us this morning is the Membership and Education Manager with the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce. It's Kat Thompson. Hi, Kat. How are you today?
Hi, Luke. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Good to see you this morning.
Yeah, you too. Susan's on vacation, so I get to talk to you today, and I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. Winding down the school year and on the education side of things, it's been a great year for you.
It really has, and it's been busy this year. So we hired a workforce and education coordinator. Hannah Plowman started 2 weeks ago. This is her third week. We're into our third week. She had graduated from Westminster College and on a Saturday and came to work for us on a Monday. So wow. She dove right in, and we've been at, I think, every school in the region. So, we're working with 7 different school districts this year. We're certifying and courting about 70 students from across the region as Venango ready or Forest ready. So we've been on the road, and we've got a lot more to do. We've got 2 more senior awards this week. We already did Franklin's yesterday, so we're excited to get out into the schools.
For somebody that's just hearing about this, explain the program and what does that mean?
Yeah, so, this program was in response to hearing our members, our customers, our clients, our businesses. That's what I always tell the students. So I say, why am I here talking to high school students then if I work for businesses? And, I inevitably get them to say, because we're the future of business. And so, we're hearing from our businesses, they need good employees. They need employees who are ready. So our program helps to really shine a light on what someone needs to be ready to be a good worker, a good employee. And as I tell the students, ready to reach their goals. What kind of life do they want to have? So the program revolves around 6 essential skills that we know businesses are looking for in an employee, no matter what the industry is. So we focus on work ethic, communication, teamwork, tactfulness and manners, critical thinking and problem solving, and understanding supervision in the world of work. I got them all, and I haven't even finished my copy yet. But those are what?
I was going to say, that sounds like maybe a program I should sign up for.
Well, that's the thing. You know what? It's not just students that we need to have these skills. It's employers or employees who have been in the workforce for a long time. And we're talking about, the idea of certification for employers. We want to make sure they're work ready as well, and they're mirroring these skills that we're telling students they need to show up with. We want to make sure the employers are doing that as well. So we're kind of noodling on that idea. But we partner with our local schools to come up with a checklist of criteria based on those 6 skills that students can complete voluntarily, right? Nobody's making them do this. That's part of it, right? Showing their work ethic, they're going the extra mile. But they have this list of criteria to complete around those 6 skills to show that they can demonstrate and understand what those things mean, so that they can evidence to a future employer that they're work ready. So we partner with the schools to do that. So we've been doing a lot of exit interviews as well, going in and talking to all these students who have completed this list of criteria. Once we've confirmed with whoever their instructor is that's kind of managing the program on the school side of things, we certify them, we cord them. I think I have one of my cords right there for anybody watching. We
nice.
Have the graduation cords that they can wear. And I tell them anybody can get this cord to show the work that you've done to, again, go the extra mile to really, be successful going forward. So that's not where the program ends, though. The big part is we get their personal contact information to stay in touch with them after they graduate. So right now, I think we're going to have, after this class of 2025 graduates, I think we'll have around it's going to be over 400 Venango Ready and Forest Ready alumni. This is our 5th year of the program. So, we stay in touch with them. Now that we have Hannah on board, I think she'll be maybe creating an Instagram account that maybe can connect a little bit better with that demographic, to share resources, connect them to local employers, be that talent pipeline with, all of these students who have graduated from the program. When they need those connections to employers, we want to be there to show them the opportunities that are available here.
And this started when?
So the program started, Susan's vision for this. We worked with another chamber, Center Ready is who kind of branded the program. So we got the branding from them. And it was ready to launch in spring of 2020. Now, if you recall, that wasn't a great time in education. So, we moved forward with it, though. We actually ended up, before I worked for the chamber, they did a launch on Zoom to talk about the program, got all of the superintendents to sign on, saying they supported the program, they were interested in it. And so the class of 2021 was our first group that we certified. And Cranberry was the first school to move forward. They were still, the schools were still reeling at, post-COVID and trying to get things back in order. So then the next year, 22, is when we had all of our local schools that did participate. And the schools do it a little bit differently, in each one, and some inevitably have more than others. Cranberry seems to always have the most Venango Ready graduates, but they make sure it's available for every single senior, and other schools rule it out a little bit smaller, but we're growing the program. We're, trying to add more resources and provide more opportunities for students to have meaningful career experiences. So that's, why we hired Hannah. We're growing the program. There's a lot more we can do with it. So we're excited to keep expanding it as we, move forward now into we'll be looking at the 6th. Right, that's the 6th year, 21.
Wow.
Yeah, this is our 5th year, so class of 26 will be our 6th year. So we're looking to see what else we can do.
It sounds almost like maybe farming a little bit, where you spent these initial years planting those seeds, right? And it's knowing it's gonna be a few years before you start seeing it play out, with businesses and in the community. But you're probably starting to see some of that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And, some of the students do go on to 4-year school. So, they're starting to graduate now. So we'll see as they, some of them will come back if they've gone, out. And so we'll see if they need some of those connections. But then some of them we have made connections right away, introducing students to employers. And that we've been doing that on an individual basis, but we're looking to see, can we get some kind of platform or software that will be, a more direct matchmaker between the alumni and local businesses. But we're excited to see the success stories continue to grow and pile up as, those students are really ready to enter the workforce full time. And some of them already have, but we want to equip them with as many tools as we can for them to be successful and for them to have the life that they want to have and to invest, their time and their energy into our local community.
Are you starting to see that sort of that wedge between education and the industrial side of those businesses? Is it getting closer and closer together of matching? Okay, getting students prepared for this type of work environment?
I think so, yeah. And we partner a lot with the Venango Technology Center. We've been up there a couple of times, and they're doing amazing work to get students into the workforce. We just went to their signing day event. I think that was last week, where they had, I believe it was 22 students who were offered full-time employment after their co-op program, after they graduated. And, to see them going right into, family sustaining jobs, good careers in, good employers, that's amazing to see. So we're seeing, that happen there. Titusville has that manufacturing, the Titusville Rockets manufacturing business that's right in the high school, and the students are running that business. So we are seeing I think lots of different opportunities for students to get that firsthand experience in a career, and they're earning while they're learning. Should be on a t-shirt.
Huh.
I'll tell Bob. I'll tell Bob he can take that, the co-coordinator. But yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of those connections, and we try to help make those connections where we can and share those opportunities. So I think we're seeing that more and more. We're seeing that, I think you called it a wedge. We're seeing that get smaller and smaller, I think, as we're really connecting students to good opportunities.
And I don't think it was intentional by any means. I think education was, in their bubble of, okay, our job is to educate kids and, get them off to, a 4-year school or something, and manufacturers were doing what they were doing. And, now you're seeing both sides coming to the table and having communications and talking. And it just seems like we're doing a much better job in this region of having these conversations.
I think so. Yeah, I think, when the employers have the opportunities that students can take advantage of, and again, these are good jobs. It's not just, a dirty job that's not paying well. There are good jobs that, again, are going to set somebody up for, reaching the goals that they want for their life. And so as the employers get a little more involved in communicating to that, I think that's been a big help. That helps bridge the gap, because the schools can tend to be a silo, right? You go to school and then you go to teach school and you're working in a school, and, you're focused on, getting all of the, requirements that come down through the state. So, if our businesses weren't getting into that, then students and maybe educators weren't really aware of what those opportunities were. So the more that we are connecting the employers and the educators as well, sharing the opportunities, I think that has helped, as well, and helped, inform what are the opportunities. Maybe for a student, if they are pursuing a certain career, maybe, 4-year school, that is the path for them. That's what they need to do. And that's fine. And that's great. But not everybody has to do that. There are opportunities. There's on-the-job training. There's, apprenticeship programs. There's different things that others can do to go right into that career path to get that experience that they need for that career that might not include, a 4-year school. And I think the stigma around like, oh, I'm not going to college that's starting to go away. But it's still there. It's definitely still there a little bit, but in some places. But I think we're starting to see as, students start getting those paychecks, people are like, hang on a minute, like you didn't go to a 4-year school, you don't have a bucket load of student debt, and you're making all this money, with a good job that, is meaningful. I think that's starting to break the stereotype.
Yeah. And again, there's, training available for those types of things. There's all sorts of supportive pieces that are coming together to help with that, which is fantastic. And it's great that somebody like the Chamber is helping facilitate all of this. So that's fantastic. Let's do this real quick. You're watching the Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Kat Thompson with us here this morning from the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce. Sunday is June 1st. So sometime Sunday, you're going to be thinking, oh my gosh, Oil Heritage Festival's next month.
Yeah, we're already, it already feels like that. We've been having our meetings and trying to plan and schedule. We have one of our interns started, I think it was last week or the week before. So, she's been working on scheduling posts on the Oil Heritage Facebook page. We have the Oil Heritage site and on Facebook. So make sure you follow the Facebook for, any updates on parade. People have been calling about the parade for months already, the craft show. So we're excited for things to get back to normal with the bridge being back this year. We weren't able to host events in the same places last year, so we're excited to do that again. But we're full steam ahead. Is that how you say that?
Yeah. So,
and we're going for it.
So your parade questions, is it basically that? Like, hey, is it back to the normal?
That, and people are just ready to sign up. They want to register. They're looking to get their participation. It's one of the largest parades in the region, I think, and people are excited. They want to make sure they secure their spot. I guess, the sooner you get it in, the better spot, I guess, you get. Some people have preferences on that. So people have been registering for the parade already. And people are ready. They're ready for it.
That's great. It's just hard to believe it's coming up.
I know, yeah. Well, we've got a golf outing before that, and like I said, Hannah and I have been out we've got 2 more senior awards this week, and then some more next week. So we're definitely thinking about it, but we got a lot of other stuff on our minds in between there too.
Newsletter will be coming out next week. I'm sure that's pretty much all wrapped up and ready to roll out.
Yeah, totally. It's totally ready. No, we'll be working on that this week. Somebody asked. They were saying they saw my picture in that magazine. I'm like, what magazine? What are you talking? Well, turns out it was our newsletter. And who does that? I said, we do it. And they said, well, like where? And they were in the office. I said, here, we print it here. Tessa formats everything. You put everything in there, and so that'll be happening. That magic will be happening this week. So we're thankful our elevator's back, and we can use that to get the 550 hard copies that we make down the 5 flights of stairs. So we're excited to get to the post office this week. But it's not done yet, but it will be by Friday. It'll be at the post office by Friday.
That's great. And there's a lot of wonderful content in there. You mentioned the golf outing, the trade show element to it. Is it too late for a business to sign up for that?
Not at all. Not at all. And it's hard to think about golfing right now with this weather that we've got outside. It's a little soggy. We're hoping that it'll be nice and dry and sunny by then. But we do have the trade show before the golf outing. If a business would like to connect with others, we have that opportunity there to come set up at Venango. So absolutely reach out if you're interested in that, or if you're just interested in attending. That is open to the public. Anybody can come and connect with businesses, whether you're golfing or not. It's an opportunity to network in a little bit different way than what we normally have, like with our mixers. So businesses can come and set up the table with showing what they do and who they are, and you get to meet some people and maybe grab some swag. It's a great opportunity to connect and find out more about what's happening in the area.
You have to be impressed the number of people who signed up for the trip to Italy.
Yeah, we have, I want to say it's 32 from our chamber. Wow. And about 20 from Meadville. So I think we would still sneak some people in if somebody's really, disappointed they didn't get in. We can talk about that if you still would like to go. We're going to Italy in October. Let us know right away if that's something you're interested in. We can see, we can tag you on to that. But we're excited that we haven't done chamber travel before. Susan has traveled with the company on exploratory trips, but this is our first time taking a group. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited. I'll be going. I'll be eating all the pizza, pasta, gelato, seafood, everything I can, get my hands on. I'm excited.
So talk just briefly about the benefits to doing something like this, from the networking side to maybe being inspired, but being with the chamber and going to an outing like this. There's a lot. I mean, we don't have time to list all the benefits, but just hit maybe some of those highlights.
Absolutely. So first of all, this is group travel. So for people who, don't want to plan the itinerary, don't want to have to figure out where to go and what to do and how to get into all the sites and all the things like that. This is group travel. It's all planned out for you. We have English-speaking tour guides, buses that will take us around. So it takes the stress and the worry out of that, especially if you're an inexperienced travel, or even if you're an experienced travel, but you're just tired and you want somebody else to do it. That's part of the fun. I'll be there as well. So, I can help coordinate. I have experience as a tour guide. I'm not the actual tour guide. There will be, a real tour guide from the area that knows what to do, but I'll be there to help coordinate, details and just, be helpful if needed. But yeah, you get to travel with your neighbors, people that are close to you. And we've seen people in other trips like this where they make lifelong friends and they decide, hey, let's travel again together. They might go in as strangers and leave as friends, but like you said, make other connections, oh, I didn't know that you had this business or that you know this person or any of those kind of, small community connections that we can make. This is really a great way to do that in a way that, we're stuck with everybody on a bus for 9 days. So, you really get to know people well and form those good connections. It's a great opportunity for some really deep networking.
That's wonderful. All right. Before we wrap up, put Kat to work. What have you been up to?
Oh, working so hard, Luke. So we're excited about this month. I guess I'll give you the sneak preview for your listeners that I was working in your neck of the woods at Drakewell Museum. So I was out there doing all kinds of things, from the archive rooms to picking up sticks to operating the replica oil well. So you'll get to see me doing some work with the staff and the volunteers out at Drakewell. So that's been a lot of fun to do. And of course, I'm even trying to remember what the last one was. I don't even remember. Oh, FICTA. I was out at FICTA, the Franklin Industrial and Resource Center. So lots of good stuff happening and lots more to come this year.
That's great. And if a business wants to be involved, they can call the chamber and talk to you and set something up?
Yep, they can let us know. I think we're pretty full for this year, but we can talk about, whether we're going to do it next year. But, you got to be a member of the chamber and have an interesting pitch of the kind of work I could do in the business.
That's excellent. All right. If folks have questions about becoming a member, member benefits, how to get involved with sponsorship opportunities with all these great things coming up, how do they get a hold of you?
They can go check out some things on our website, venangochamber.org. Email us at chamber@venangochamber.org or give us a call, 814-676-8521. We'd love to chat.
Kat, great catching up with you.
Thanks. You too, Luke.
All right. All the best. Take care.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
It's Kat Thompson joining us here this morning from the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce. And we have news coming up as we will update you with the latest happenings. Also this morning, we've got our friends from Titusville Area Hospital. Kelly Clark will be joining us, and a lot of great things to update us on, including last week's golf outing. So looking forward to catching up with Kelly here in just a few moments. But first, that quick look at the weather forecast for Northwest Pennsylvania here this morning. Rain. That's basically all you need to know. Rain early, remaining cloudy with showers this afternoon, and temperatures in the mid-50s. Not going to budge, though. Mid-50s overnight into Thursday. Cloudy with showers overnight, by the way. Thursday, things should clear out a little bit. Mostly cloudy skies, upper 60s. Friday, some morning rain showers, maybe some afternoon rain showers. 65 for a high on Friday.
Hi, everybody. I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on Tuesday announced in a video posted on X that the CDC will no longer recommend routine COVID-19 vaccinations for healthy kids and pregnant women.
As of today, the COVID vaccine for healthy children and healthy pregnant women has been removed from the CDC recommended immunization schedule.
The CDC, following its panel of outside experts, had previously recommended updated COVID vaccines for everyone aged 6 months and older. But Kennedy, a longtime vaccine skeptic, said there wasn't enough, quote, clinical data to support the repeat booster strategy in children. Here's FDA Commissioner Marty McCary.
There's no evidence healthy kids need it today, and most countries have stopped recommending it for children.
According to the CDC's website, studies with hundreds of thousands of people around the world show that COVID vaccination before and during pregnancy is safe, effective, and beneficial to both the woman and baby. COVID vaccine makers Moderna and Pfizer did not immediately respond to requests for comment.
The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been serving the needs of Titusville and surrounding communities since 1965. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that have been passed down from one generation to now a new generation, who will work to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. When you need them, they will be there for you. This has been their foundation for almost 60 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street in Titusville.
Anyone with a kind and generous heart and a little money can be a philanthropist. You too can be a force for good in our community, and the Crawford Heritage Community Foundation is here to help you make the most of your charitable giving. We've partnered with hundreds of people like you to make our world and our community a better place. You can give through us to support scholarships or any charitable organization or purpose. Whether you're interested in establishing a permanent endowment or adding to an existing fund, we want to be a part of your plan. Contact us when you're ready to make your mark. Together, we can make your contribution go further.
If you're looking for a professional massage therapist, Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville is here for you. Ray and Rauch graduated from Slippery Rock University with a bachelor's degree in exercise and rehabilitative sciences with an emphasis in athletic training. Tranquil Moments offers a wide range of services, from Swedish massage to deep tissue, sugar scrubs to hot towel inclusion therapy. Like them on Facebook and visit their website to learn more about all the services they offer. Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville.
Thinking about switching to 5G home internet? Think again. Unlike Zoom from Armstrong, 5G home internet is delivered by a cell tower. The further away you are, or the more devices connected to that tower, the slower your internet is. Cell phone providers also play favorites. When their network gets busy, cell phones win, and your home internet pays the price. Stick with Armstrong to get more data, more speed, and internet whenever you need it, not whenever they want. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
J. Gill Plumbing and Heating takes pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. With over 30 years of experience, our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. Our team is dedicated to making your home the ultimate place of comfort. Call today to get a free estimate. We also offer financing options and membership opportunities that provide peace of mind and cost savings. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online 24/7 at jgillplumbingheating.com.
Sheer Design is Titusville's exclusive Paul Mitchell-focused salon. This full-service salon specializes in coloring, cuts, nails, and tanning. Owner Angela Saxon has over 20 years' experience as a Paul Mitchell professional. She and her licensed staff offer all cuts and styles for men and women of all ages. Call 814-827-0010 or stop in at 116 South Kerr Street in Titusville.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Levin, and I proudly own and operate Puppy Lovin'. Puppy Lovin' is a pet care salon dedicated to caring for your furry companions. We provide certified dog grooming services along with boarding and doggy daycare. Our facility is family-owned and operated and promise personalized care for every pet that comes through our doors. If you're worried about your furry friend being lonely when you're gone, we also have on-site personnel 24/7 just for their comfort. Follow us on Facebook and call or text us at 814-758-9259 to make an appointment today.
Share the fun of train travel and relive our country's oil history as you ride the OC&T through the valley that changed the world. Learn about the past while traveling on vintage cars. See a variety of wildlife with stops at Drakewell Park, Petroleum Center, and Oil Creek State Park. Arrive early and see the vast collection of train and railroad memorabilia at Perry Street Station. After the ride, enjoy a night's stay at the Caboose Motel. For seasonal specials or for more information, visit octrr.org or call 814-676-1733.
Wall Street surged on Tuesday with the Dow adding 1 3/4%, the S&P 500 climbing 2%, and the Nasdaq rising about 2.5%. Investor risk appetite was buoyed by U.S. President Donald Trump's latest tariff respite and an unexpected jump in consumer confidence. In his latest move, Trump backed down from his 50% tariff threat against the European Union and restored a July 9th deadline to allow time for negotiations. Ross Mayfield is investment strategist at Baird.
Obviously, the big tailwind is the removal of the EU trade overhang that kind of popped up at the end of the previous week. This bull market off of the April 8th lows has really been built on trade de-escalation. First the 90-day pause, then some truces with China. And so the EU spat threatened that a little bit, and the removal of that overhang, the administration's response to the market, I think has people feeling pretty good today.
On the economic front, a surge in current month consumer confidence added momentum to Tuesday's rally. Airlines and mega-cap tech-related growth stocks were the clear outperformers. That includes NVIDIA, as the AI powerhouse closed more than 3% higher one day before it reports quarterly results. While shares of Temu parent PDD Holdings dropped more than 13.5% after reporting a 47% fall in first quarter profit and missing quarterly revenue estimates. Tuesday's other laggards included VeriSign and AutoZone, with shares of each shedding about 3.5%.
Well, joining us this morning is communication and marketing specialist with Titusville Area Hospital, Kelly Clark. Hi, Kelly. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today, Luke?
That's a shot everybody's familiar with. Just kind of gloomy out there, but
a little bit gloomy.
You always bring in the sunshine for us,
right.
So we'll take it.
Yeah, we have lots to talk about today, but we'll talk about one more gloomy day that actually worked out well. We just had our golf scramble last Wednesday, and the weather held out for us. It started to be a pretty rainy day, stopped raining until we got all the golfers off the course. So it went really well. It's an event we play whether rain or shine. So this year it was a little chilly, a little rainy, but we made it through.
And all for a great cause.
Yes. We managed to raise a little over $38,000. Wow. We worked really hard towards that. I'd like to thank a lot of our main sponsors today. U.S. Radiology Management Solutions was our event sponsor. I'd also like to thank Oil Valley Internal Medicine Associates, Hagen Business Machines of Meadville, the Garland Company, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, Corebridge, Titusville Area Hospital Medical Staff, R.E. Johnson Electric, and Titusville Area Hospital Auxiliary. Those were a list of our major sponsors. For a full list, you can go onto our website. They're all listed on there. We've had a lot of local support that have donated goods for our raffle or items for on the course. So thank you to everyone that supported golf this year.
If somebody would be interested in getting involved like that, but they're not quite sure of what they could give, is that a conversation that they can have with you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, we've had, even a $15 gift card or a case of water, things like that. It doesn't have to be anything large scale, and it really does take a community. By the end of, our collection, our offices are filled with the donations. So it's a lot of local support from places that we support in turn for their fundraising. So
this is something that just doesn't happen where, May 1st rolls around and you're like, okay, let's do a golf tournament here in a couple weeks. This is something that you're working on. It seems like year round.
Yeah.
You put a lot into it. But again, it takes a lot to have it be so successful.
Yes, we start talking about it. As soon as it ends, really, we're making notes of what we could do differently, what we liked, what we didn't like. We even ask golfers, that have been there a number of years, what they think, and sometimes we do surveys and really work towards just making it better. It's a really successful fundraiser, and we get a lot of positive feedback, so we definitely don't ever want to lose that.
Money raised going towards what?
It's going towards our outpatient therapy expansion. So we're expanding those services. One of the main things that we are adding is the pediatric sensory room. Will really help a lot of kiddos in the area, and it'll be the only one of its kind in the service area.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So there's not one very close to here. So bringing those services close to home is really important to us. So that's one of the main things that we're doing when we expand those services.
So you mentioned you kind of start to think about next year immediately after. When do you start to kind of know what that thing is going to be that you're raising money for? Does that come later in the year?
Yeah, so it really depends on where we are with our project. For instance, this project we hope to wrap up by the end of this year. So we're really going to have a new project that we're working towards for our next golf scramble, and we really look for a project that is all about patient care, something that the community can get behind and support and actually see it. Sometimes we need a new roof or something like that, but that's not really something that has a lot to do with patient care. So we really like to look at these projects and say, what is something that somebody can support and actually directly see a benefit in the end when it's all done. And so those are the projects that we really pick and are exciting and
That's
we like to
great.
talk about. Yeah.
Is it one of those, I would imagine it's sort of like one of those things where you have a list of projects that you'd like to tackle, and maybe those items kind of shift a little bit on priorities and
Yeah, and kind of what's needed by patients.
yes.
If we have, for instance, we started behavioral health. That was something that a lot of the providers in the area were like, we really need some behavioral health providers in the area, and we started with one. Now we have three. We're looking for another. So in that way, you can definitely see what's working and what's needed. So we look at those projects and see what the need is for the community.
How does that come together? Is that through surveys? Is that staff coming to you saying, boy, I think we really could use somebody else in this department, or we really need maybe this specialty to help with what we're trying to do?
Yeah, well, I would say it's a combination. Our providers are seeing all of these patients, and they're aware that, yes, we're referring these patients nonstop to a place in Erie, or we're referring out to, even Pittsburgh or something like that. Can we bring these services closer to home? Is this something that Titusville or even Meadville can bring? Sometimes it's the providers, or sometimes I just did a talk with Dr. Gates at the YMCA, and I had somebody come up and ask if we were going to add, certain different services that she was looking for. And so it's things like that, kind of prompt the idea, is this something that is a need? So I guess it comes from a lot of different areas.
That's great. Also, in addition to kind of wrapping up golf, which takes a lot of time, again, to put on an event like that, but it's also a big anniversary year for the hospital.
It is. We are celebrating our 125th year this year.
Wow.
It is, really amazing. We have a lot of fun things happening this year. We are actually planning a celebration for the 125th year, end of June. There'll be some more publicity about that event coming up. It'll be a public event at the hospital, and just going to, put out some historical things, and we have some surprises. I don't want to give away too much. I want people to come. So
that's wonderful.
There'll be more details put out when it comes closer. But
now, obviously you've started to dive into the history and research this stuff a little bit, and there's been some amazing things that I think you've discovered.
Yeah. So I did not know. So in 1900 is when they started the charter for this hospital. And the property that they had originally thought that the hospital should go on was closer to Main Street. And then they decided not to build there. So the property that the hospital sits on today was actually purchased from the school district for, I believe, $1,800.
Wow.
Something like that. I think it was a little bit more. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, so that's the property that it was built on. And the original hospital was about $14,000.
to build. It's crazy. So just really digging into all of these different historical facts was pretty neat. There's not a lot of hospitals that are still standing that have as much history as we do. So, and the auxiliary did a fabulous job of, we went through a lot of different scrapbooks and photos and news articles that they kept, and different people throughout the hospital that were, whether they be nurses or ancillary staff, they kept documented details of the comings and goings and kind of what happened at the hospital during those times. So it was very neat to go through all those archives.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Again, it's going to be a great celebration and more to come.
Yes, more to come.
All right. Speaking of staff, you want to mention, this is awesome.
Yes, we have a 5-star rating for our cleanliness of our hospital. So that was released not that long ago. So we're actually in the top 6% in the nation for having the cleanest hospital.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the nation, not the state.
No, in the nation.
Okay.
So there was only like 357 hospitals or something around there that were rated this high for cleanliness. And what makes it even more special is it is all patient survey. So that is actual patient data, like a patient said, came to the hospital, had this experience, and reported a 5-star, 100% satisfied with the cleanliness of the hospital. And that's how all of that data is calculated for this particular 5-star rating, is through all patient survey. So congratulations to our housekeeping staff. They do such a tremendous job there. And it's one of the cleanest hospitals I've ever been in. They take a lot of pride in their work.
So talk just for a few minutes about the importance of these surveys that a patient will receive. I think sometimes you get that like in an email and you just go, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But it really, again, it's very impactful if you take the time to fill one out.
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, it goes to stuff like this. Mm-hmm. It can go to, actually somebody looking at it going, oh, okay, well, they're recommending maybe we add this service or this specialty. I mean, this is the kind of feedback you're looking for.
So CMS, which is the Center for Medicaid Services and Medicare, so they require these surveys for all hospitals. And like I said, it's for patients. So if you're an inpatient, you're given these surveys. And it really is just to keep an eye, well, that's what we use it for, to keep an eye on our, how we're doing. What are those ratings coming in? Is something low? Can we make some changes to that? And it's so nice when you can just look back and see that every change that you implemented had a very large impact. We've had many 5-star ratings in the past, so this is just one more that we're very excited about.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. You're watching The Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Kelly Clark with us here this morning, Marketing and Communications Specialist with Titusville Area Hospital. Summer months coming up. What does that mean for you? What are you working on with your position?
Well, we just finished with Hospital Week, which was a really great time to just really, along with the housekeeping staff, every other staff member received a 125th anniversary jacket, which was nice. We had some pictures on our Facebook page, and we also brought in a food truck during Hospital Week.
It looks like a house.
Right? It was really neat. That was from Mad Max Barbecue. So they came out, I think they served 260 meals. So, so we were just trying to do something a little over the top for our employees this year. So like I said, they got their 125th anniversary jackets and also a catered lunch on a food truck. It was actually sunny that day, as you can tell from the pictures. So
I didn't recognize the blue sky there.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, that's not an old picture. That was actually not that long ago. So, Yeah, just a way to show our appreciation for our employees during hospital week and during our celebration of 125 years.
It's been a busy month for you.
It has. It really
you
has.
need to find more time here in the day to get all this done.
Yeah. It was really fun, though. You know, handing out the jackets and seeing everyone at the food truck and, you know, just showing appreciation for them. It was nice to see everyone.
And you certainly don't have to wait, you know, for this time of year to show your appreciation. You can do that anytime. So
You can.
We were just talking earlier this morning about like things you shouldn't do when you go to a hospital, and one of those things is just be polite to everybody. So again, don't wait till a week like this to celebrate that. You can do that year round.
Yes, we have such a great staff there. You know, you walk through the hallways, everyone's telling you hello. We have our auxiliary staff that's usually at the front door when you come in, helping you check in, helping you get a wheelchair if you need, directing you where to go. It's a really personal touch, I think, for the hospital.
So this time of year, we've talked about allergies before. Allergy testing available at the hospital.
Yes, Dr. Pinero, she was on with us not that long ago. She also just had a coffee talk in the hospital. She talked a lot about allergy testing that she's doing. She also has quite a few allergy treatments that she does in our hospital. She is full-time, has been doing allergy testing for a little while now, and having, you know, really, really great feedback. It's definitely a need and something that we haven't offered in the past. So we're really glad that she has started doing that, especially this time of year. We have a lot of allergy sufferers this time of year. So she is just, you know, one more service that we have added.
And there's really a lot with ear, nose, and throat. So, you know, not just allergies. I know that's a big conversation. But if you're experiencing other types of related issues, it's important to make that phone call and to set up an appointment.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Like I said, she's at the hospital full time and has lots of availability.
You mentioned coffee talk with Dr. Gates. More of those planned for the future?
I don't have one on the schedule yet, but we will be having one soon. He let me take a break to finish up some golf.
Well, here's the cool thing.
things.
Like, he loves doing those,
Yeah.
and people love listening to what he has to say.
Yeah, he's a really great speaker. We actually did it wasn't a coffee talk. We just went down to the YMCA after one of their Silver Sneakers classes, and it was a whole gym full of folks that he got to talk to. So he was very happy with the outcome of that because he had such a large audience. So we will definitely be having some more talks with him. So I will let you know as soon as I have those scheduled.
Do you find folks appreciate, I think, the honesty, and it's not just with him, but with everybody that we've talked to, where they'll say, you know, when we're meeting with a patient, we're not going into it with, you're going to have surgery. It's, okay, let's take a look and see what's going on. That might be on the table, but maybe it's this first, or, you know, maybe it's a therapy first. There's other things outside of just going right to the surgery side of it.
Yes. Yeah, he talks a lot about that, and says that he's very conservative in that way. What he does is considered elective. You know, if you would like to have knee pain, you know, that's fine if you can handle it, until you get to the point where you make that choice on your own. But he's definitely conservative, and I think that is appreciated, because that's scary when you're not really sure. You're afraid to make that appointment because, you know, you're not really ready for surgery yet. You just want to hear the options, or maybe you just want to warm up to it. So knowing that he is going to talk with you and not just immediately see you and schedule the surgery is really helpful, I think, for a lot of people to kind of ease into that decision.
Yeah, and the flip side of that is you may have somebody who said, I've had pain for 5 years, 10 years, whatever, finally had, knee surgery or hip replacement, whatever it is, and then they come out and they're crying because they realize maybe they should have had this done early on so that they could go out and enjoy life and get back to the things that they enjoyed without pain.
Yeah.
So, there's that side of it too.
Yeah, he does see that a lot. Maybe they are having pain and they have one knee done. They rehab out of that and they immediately get the other knee done because they were scared. They didn't know what the outcome was going to be, what the rehab was going to be. And as soon as they're out, they're ready to get the other knee done so they can get rid of all of their pain and move on.
Yeah. And, the other thing I think that's so important is it's not just the surgery and, hey, good luck, but the aftercare, the follow through and seeing that patient, and recommending, okay, let's go to therapy now. Do this. We have the facility, we have everything in place for that aftercare part of it, which is so important.
Yes. He's had a lot of feedback that was about his aftercare and his protocols in the OR and protocols afterwards of how fast the healing is and how fast, those things that are set up for along the way, from wound care to PT to all of the aftercare. And so we've had a lot of great feedback from his patients about that.
Yeah, and I think, again, it doesn't matter what department it is. I think that's sort of the feedback that you're getting is, when somebody says to you, hey, I'm doing this with, with these patients, maybe we should look to have something in place for after whatever this is. And you're actually listening and saying, okay, what can we do so that, again, that aftercare is thought of and the patient is getting that full experience.
Right. Absolutely. Yes.
All right. Kelly, anything else before we touch back to golf real quick?
Is there?
No. There's a lot.
Is there anything else?
So, again, we started with golf. We'll end with golf here. But, again, all these teams that took part.
Oh, yes. I would like to mention our winning team was Strollo Architect. And our second place team was Oil Valley Internal Medical Associates. So congratulations to both of those teams. But thank you everyone that came out and golfed, even though it was a little bit chilly, a little bit wet. Thank you for all the local support that everyone had given.
Yeah, look at all the smiles.
I know, everyone was happy that day. Happy and cold, but it was fine.
Yeah, and you said a lot of these guys took their snowsuits off, so that's good.
Right?
All right. Doesn't matter, rain, shine, it's a great time.
That's right.
Kelly, thank you.
Thank you.
A lot going on. If folks have any questions, they want to support the hospital, how do they do it?
You can give my office a call. My direct line is 827-1060. That puts you in touch for anything marketing and anything foundation.
All right. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks, Lisa.